Well, hello. I started making a recording yesterday of what I've long intended to be a series of videos of me playing NetHack, and not so much to show you how to win, something I don't know how to do, but really basically just for maybe members of NetHack Rules, or maybe some other things that I don't know about. NetHack Rules, a group on Facebook. Some people might be interested in knowing the weird little voluntary challenges, biases, arbitraries that I throw into the game. At any rate, I started making a recording yesterday. It was on my other computer. I've got two laptops, and one of them is running Linux Lite, and one of them is running Fedora. Yesterday I made it on the other computer that is running Fedora. This is a picture of the wife of herself famous, the wife of let me see, the author of the author of The Doors of Perception, for one thing. Doors of Perception, Island, and one of those dystopian books, which for some reason I can't think of the name of. That guy. It's his wife, herself famous. She's a famous violinist and psychotherapist. I don't know why the program made her face so wide, but that's like a really famous picture of her just in that wide format. Looks pretty whacked that way. At any rate, I started to make it the recording I'm now making on another on my other computer, which runs Fedora, and Fedora will not download a program called Kazam correctly. Get this weird Chaka don't understand default or something message. Really weird stuff. From what I've looked at, it's like people have mentioned this exact same problem before with both Fedora and other operating systems. And the situation has simply not been resolved yet. Probably due to lack of demand, though I can't understand, because Kazam is the best darn screen recorder anybody ever come up with, in my personal opinion. So, it's simple as all get out. As I said yesterday, though you wouldn't have any way of knowing it, my biggest regret in this is that I will not be able to have my usual music while I play NetHack and Slash 'em. I guess I'm going to play NetHack, but I'm going to be alternating between NetHack and Slash 'em for this series. Yesterday I played Slash 'em. We'll play NetHack, and I will just simply show you the weird ways I play and hope that you find that interesting. There's probably some other things I thought of saying yesterday that I haven't thought of today. Another little regret. But at any rate, so since I can't think of anything else to say, let's get started. Oh, heck with it. Whoops. There we are. Let's just do NetHack. Yeah, I can't tell you, I can't emphasize enough how much I do regret that I can't listen to music while doing this. Because, you know, I have, oh yeah, boy, if I'd just done not record the sound of the music, I could have just totally done that. Oh well, it's too late now. But at any rate, yeah, I couldn't emphasize enough how much. So next time, that's what I'll do. I'll have it not record internal sound, but do record external sound. Internal sound doesn't matter in NetHack. It has no sounds. Or it might have a few beeps that I don't even know about. If it does. I've been playing... The first time I ever played NetHack was actually around 1990. And, like, it was the... like one of the real early versions where there were different shaped keys and you couldn't open a door if you didn't have the correctly shaped keys, which I didn't like at the time, but I actually think it would be kind of fun to play NetHack where you had to have the correctly shaped key. Oh, I do know one thing I wanted to say. Hey, people on NetHack Rules are saying that Slash'em is no longer the go-to alternative to NetHack. But, hey, look, in actual fact, I think it kind of is. You know, certainly NetHack and Slash'em are the two main hack-based, hack branch roguelikes for Linux systems. And I would also like to say that, oh yeah, I have a whole bunch of stuff I'm going to be saying, actually, before I get started. I started playing... I played Rogue on a VAX, because my father was a system designer for Intel. Maybe I should call him a software engineer, because that's what he was for most of his career, but he ended his career at a slightly higher rank called system designer, I guess. And, you know, since he started off as a bug finder, I'm not going to call my dad a bug finder, because that's what he started off with. I figure I might as well put the best foot forward and call him a system designer, because that's what he ended his career as. The majority of his career, he was a software engineer. He was called a software engineer. I think it's just a naming convention for the most part anyways, and maybe a pay grade convention. Pay grade naming convention. Hey, and on the subject of bragging rights, be careful with them, you know? I'm sure there are some bragging rights that are so high that nobody can make fun of them. I wouldn't be surprised. But if you have some bragging rights, just because you have bragging rights doesn't mean you're wise to use them. Abusing wisdom, an old NetHack concept. Yeah, I once had an experience where I told somebody this, and he goes, "Ooh, PSD?" And I just, maybe that's just the way his voice worked. I don't understand people well enough to know for sure. But it sounded facetious to me. He did let me play NetHack, and I didn't have a computer at the time. So, you know, all in all, but nonetheless, you might want to be careful using bragging rights that are not impeccable, because, I mean, it had nothing to do with me being great, that my father was a software engineer at Intel at the time. That was just having me coming along on the weekends, or on the rare occasions when I got expelled from school for a day, you know? Let's see, where was I going to go from there? I don't recall. Oh, man, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I started with Rogue, and the reason why I choose the Hack branch, and I even tried playing Hack like once or twice. It's primitive compared to NetHack. It's like it's got all the ideas, but it's just I don't like it. I'd rather play Rogue than Hack. But the reason I feel that the Hack branch is more faithful to Rogue by a long shot than is the other major branch of roguelikes. I think it's called referred to as the Moria branch. Never given the Moria branch the time of day. I mean, at the very start, I'd like randomly selected characters, and I want randomly generated rooms. That would be the Hack branch. Yeah, I can't. If I had anything else to say, I can't think of it. All right, let's go. Restoring save file. Even though it's restoring save file, I don't think on this computer I've even played a level yet. So I'm going to be automatically the high score if I lose before I get to my spot. And yeah, even before I start, I can mention that what I usually play is I play until I lose or until I get to the second level, go to a passage, and can go in the same direction for about 3 or even more likely 4 spaces into the passage without changing direction. How arbitrary is that? So this is some of the flavor of what we'll be doing here. Oh, yeah, I wanted to say, hey, look, all you BAs in, as in, not as in the Bachelor of Arts, but the more vernacular usage of the term BA. Look it up on, what's it called? UrbanDictionary.com. If you need to know what BA means. But for all you BAs on NetHack rules, look, no knock at all. I promise you. I mean this in no way disrespectful. But please do understand that if a person says that they do not play NetHack to win, they are not necessarily doing sour grapes, and I know in my case I'm not. And there may be more than just me who's not doing sour grapes. I not only don't know that I could win if I tried, I just know.